and it tastes not as bad as you would think. I know this sounds super strange.
No, you're right. They really don't taste that bad. I've eaten milk bones before. I'm a Browns fan. Of course,
I'm not like out
I'm
here.
45 years old.
Yeah, I'm not
it used
snacking.
to be thing Nathan was the game. It was not uncommon to sit there and just chow down on a milk bone. And you know what? Probably put enough carbs in you to absorb some of the alcohol. It's drunk guys we're all drinking.
You're teaching everybody the
No
secrets.
wonder they get off the alcohol with no shirts on.
Yeah.
Funny story. We were at a fantasy football draft at Josh's house. This is a couple years ago. And his ex-wife made dog treats that look like Buckeyes. And somebody said, hey, do you want one? And I snacked it real quick because I obviously like Buckeyes. And I just put the whole thing in my mouth. And I just was chewing it and I was thinking, this kind of tastes like shit. But I was like, I don't want to tell Josh's wife that her Buckeyes taste like shit. So I'm just like, they're like, how's that taste? I'm like, pretty good. And they're like, oh, it was a dog treat. And I was like, thank Christ, this thing sucks.
Welcome to the Dawgs Podcast with your hosts, Blake Reneker, Justin Charles, John Nye, and Josh All.
What's up, Browns fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. If you want to get your intro on the show, head to thedawgspodcast.com, tap leave voicemail on the drop-down menu. Today, we have a very special guest on the show, founder of BFO Facebook page, Browns Fan Only. Kristy Acuti is joining us here to talk Browns offseason moves, free agency so far, legal tampering, and how she became a Browns fan. It's a super cool interview, and we can't wait to get to it. Before we do, though, remember to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Most importantly, please tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. We're having some problems getting our shows out into the ether, so we need you guys to tap that notification bell so it pops up for you guys. We don't want you guys to miss new episodes. We're starting to roll out a lot of content thanks to Josh over here. We don't want you to miss any of it. You can also find the show on Apple, Spotify, and Google. And lastly, if you're looking for more Dawgs content, head to jointhedawgs.com. Become an official Dog Pack member on the Patreon page. You get an extra episode every week. There's Browns fans all over the world in there. We have a private Discord page for everybody. It's just a ton of fun for everybody. When football season gets here, we'll be doing fantasy football again. Just a good hangout for Browns fans from all over the world to get us through this slow off season. So if that's something you're interested in, jointhedawgs.com, become an official Dog Pack member. As I mentioned in the open, we have a very special guest here with us today, Kristy Acuti, founder, owner, operator of Facebook page BFO, Browns Fans Only, currently sitting at 11,000 members. It's a private group. She tells us it's a very positive group. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Let's get the people intrigued. We have some positive fans. Justin's one of them. We also have some negative fans. Josh is one of them. So we're at both sides of the spectrum here. So you got to state your case so Josh can become more positive.
All right. Well, I actually started the group with a buddy of mine from the UK. His name was Pete Barker. And he and I were in a previous group that some stuff happened. It fell apart. And it was getting close to football season. It was August 20th, 2020. And we were wondering, okay, we want to have a group that we can go to, that we can watch the games, we can talk about the games, and we can be positive about it, not constantly hearing about how horrible this coach is doing, or that this person needs to be let go, this person's not doing good enough. So we came up with BFO, Browns Fans Only, and we're almost at 11,000. We're very proud of that because of the fact we are a positive group. We do block people as they get to be too negative. I mean, you can't just come in there and be like, Coach Stefanski needs to stop call plays. He stopped. Like, if you can explain yourself and maybe not be so harsh about it, like maybe Kevin Stefanski needs to give up his, calling duties to a different coach over there, then we'll keep you around. But if you're just going to be talking and spewing trash, we're going to get rid of you.
I can't believe you found 11,000.
That's what I was going to say.
who are that nice. So we haven't found those Browns fans yet on our page.
I haven't even met a handful.
No. We are going to have to hit you up, though, and see how you managed to grow it to 11,000 members in such a short period of time. Apparently we suck. So that's impressive. That's very cool. So if you guys are looking for a cool space to hang out with Browns fans, other than the Dawgs, join BFO on Facebook, help Kristy out, build that page up more, be positive. Don't be an ass. We don't want to send the worst of the worst. We're only sending her the best of the best. We're super pumped to have you here today.
Thank you.
Uber Browns fans.
Super excited to be here.
So a lot of people are going to relate with you because we have some crazy Browns fans listening to this. So today starts the legal tampering period, aka free agency. So I wanted to go all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, from coach firings to coach hirings, all the way until 7:01 p.m. Eastern time. And I just wanted to ask you, what has been your favorite offseason move so far for the Browns?
Okay, I have two. One of them is definitely that we got Coach Schwartz. I've been a huge fan of his ever since he was in Tennessee. Because I got to watch Javon Curse play for him in his rookie season. And then I also got to watch Javon get a Super Bowl ring with him in Philadelphia. I liked what he did for Detroit as a head coach. He just could never put everything together. But I think since he has a defensive background from college and, he's had a defensive background for most of his career, I'm so stoked about this. Now, we did re-sign Taki today, which I'm also super excited about because his dad happens to be a member of BFO.
Nice.
Really? You think you can give us his number?
We have a couple of parents. We have a certain non-rookie now, but was a rookie last season. Both of his parents are in BFO. We have a current player that may no longer be with us. Unfortunately, his dad's in BFL. We have another member whose son used to play for us, but no longer plays for us, but she decided to stick with us anyway. So
that's really cool for your group, though, and for the other people in your group to get to interact with those guys. So that's super awesome.
Yeah, and that's another main reason why we keep it positive, because, you're not going to want to sit there and talk trash about one of these guys' kids. It's just, you don't want to open up Facebook and see everybody talking smack about a kid. He dropped the ball, big deal. He's still in the NFL. You could never make it that far, but you're going to sit there and be, talking crap about him? No. That's why, we do have a lot of parents there, because they know we're not going to talk down on their kid.
I think a lot of times people forget that, especially like the younger kids in the NFL, they're 20 years old. When I was 20, I was a huge piece of crap. I was definitely not. If somebody would have been sitting next to my parents, they definitely would have been talking crap about me. So I think a lot of times people forget that with NFL players. They're still people. And I think with us, we've had the chance to talk to a couple since we started the show. And I think it kind of puts things in perspective. Like, even if they aren't amazing at this one thing or they have a bad game, like, they're still good people.
Yeah, they're humans. And, in BFO, we are very much a family. We are very caring. We try to help out anybody as much as possible. We had one member who lost his whole entire place to a fire. So we had some members send him some necessities, and some members sent him some collectibles so that he could, restart his Browns collection. We had a member who had a heart attack, and we were scared that we were going to lose him. We were nice enough to send, this cute little bouquet for him and let him know that we were thinking about him. We sponsor a PV football team that's really underprivileged in Cleveland. And we have a member that goes around and he's completely nuts. I call him our dog father. His name is Unique Brown. And he gets autographs from all the players, and he literally stalks the guys. But he's donating all these posters for us to be able to raise money for our PV football team and our PV cheerleaders. I mean, like, our group is so much more than just fans watching football. Like, we really are a family, and the parents of the players that are in the group, they realize it and they know it. And we love having them.
That's awesome. That's super awesome.
This episode is brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Spring is in the air, and that can only mean one thing: spring grilling. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. With 50% off site-wide, grab all your favorites like perfectly aged, tender steaks, ocean fresh seafood, juicy burgers, incredible air-chilled chicken, and decadent desserts. Plus, when you go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code DAWGS, DAWGS at checkout, you'll get an extra $30 off your order. It's the perfect way to get fired up and spring into something special. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, use code DAWGS at checkout. Take advantage of this deal right now. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, and you're going to want to hurry because 50% off site-wide is only happening for a limited time. So don't miss your chance to save big right now. Visit omahasteaks.com, use code DAWGS, DAWGS at checkout. Get that additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required. This episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The action never ends at DraftKings Sportsbook, especially this summer. With tons of ways to bet on all your favorite sports, you can fuel your fandom and feel the heat of the season like never before. Plus, right now, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving new customers a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's right. Make your first bet up to $1,000, and if it doesn't win, you'll get another shot to cash in. You can throw down on all the major action for baseball, golf, MMA, and more. Plus, with same-game parlays, spreads, money lines, over-unders, and props, your betting options feel endless. Best of all, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code TPPN. Make your first deposit and get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code TPPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
So then we talked about your favorite moves of the offseason so far. Obviously, we still got a ways to go in free agency, so I wanted to transition and ask you, is there anybody available on the market, or even if you have a crazy trade idea, that's cool too, that would be on your wish list for the Browns this year?
I think I want what everybody else wants right now. It's just Draymond Jones. I hope we can snap him. I'm glad that we got the oboe guy.
Yeah.
Y'all know same. I'll let you say it.
Go ahead, Josh.
Oboe or Ronco?
Yep.
Ronquo?
Oh, it's changing now.
Sorry, I think I left out a consonant.
You didn't say that with a lot of confidence.
he was
Oboe or Ronquo?
He was very
There we go.
confident
How's
earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about him being signed. So, we're getting the puzzle pieces together. Hopefully we're going to do more than just look good on paper this season. And I think we will, because I think with Deshaun being back the whole entire season, we've got a chance.
I think a lot of not looking good on the field, but looking good on paper last year was the defensive debacle that was Joe Woods'. Whatever the problem was, there was a problem. And I think you're right. Jim Schwartz is going to be such an improvement on that side of the ball. I mean, I'm very excited for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can get Draymond Jones' parents in your group.
There we
and
go.
Start swaying them. You should use your power for evil a little bit.
I was in fun with Barry on Winfrey's parents. I haven't gotten them yet. And actually, Dearness Johnson grew up very close to where I live in Southwest Florida. I'm trying to get some of his family members into BFL, and I'm trying to get in contact with some friends that he has here in Immokalee, because they're getting ready to start up a new football league. So I wanted to help them out down here.
We're big Dearness Johnson fans on the show. Our fans are big Dearness Johnson fans. We have a postseason award show, and he's won Unsung Hero Award the first 2 years we had that. So big Dearness fans.
You guys are getting the guest posts. They love that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, going from a freaking fishing boat in the middle of the Gulf to play in for the Browns. And I know the high school that he went to here, and I know the area that he grew up in, and that this kid comes from nothing. I mean, Immokalee it's where the tomato pickers are. That's all that's out there is tomato fields. So he is literally come from nothing, and I'm just so excited for him. I really hope that we sign him again. That's like, okay, that's my wish. Okay, I don't care about anything else that's going on the rest of the off season. We just need to retain Dearness, and I'll be happy.
So you mentioned you're from Southwest Florida. Are you from there originally? And if so, how did you become such a diehard Browns fan?
Oh no, I was born in Ohio, raised in Florida.
Okay.
My parents turned me down here kicking and screaming when I was 13.
Huh.
And I swore when I graduated high school I was going to go to Youngstown State University because they have the best broadcast program in the nation. And Jim Tressel was the head coach of the Penguins back then, and I was going to be a Penguin. And I graduated high school in 1996. And I only go home during the summertime, and usually it's typically only for funerals. I did go back for a football game for my birthday, but and I'm hoping to make it back for the Hall of Fame game this year again, like I was last year. But yeah, I was born up there, so
Florida will do that to you. Once you don't move to Florida, then move back to Ohio.
Well, considering that,
Well, I'll tell you, but after Hurricane Ian hit, I wanted to get the hell out of here. I've been through lots of hurricanes, and this one literally scared the shit out of me. I refused to stay through another storm after this one. I was thinking about moving to Arizona.
Hey, we got some fans out in Arizona.
Yep.
I slept through a hurricane one time on my honeymoon. Then they busted in the door and made me evacuate. It was pretty nuts. Oh, man.
There was no slope of us.
No, it was probably a little bigger. I think ours was like a category 0.5. So it wasn't very big, but it was very windy. It did a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
It wasn't your typical
It also was
storm.
just the biggest one to ever get the state of Florida. So
Just a little bit
it
different.
might be a little better. Yeah, just a little bit.
But well, that's good. If you come up for the Hall of Fame game, you'll have to join our golf outing that we haven't put together yet, but we're thinking about putting together.
Yeah, we've got a Patreon group of about 50 members who a lot of them are talking about maybe trying to get up here for that Hall of Fame weekend, just to hang out and kind of get together. So we're kind of piecing that together right now.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a golfer.
No, not really. I'm trying to. I've been top golf a couple times. I want to try it, but I'm not too good at aiming right now. So there's like lots of houses near the golf courses around here.
You could be a golf cart driver, a drinker.
Yep.
Any of that.
I can do good driving. That's for sure.
I can tell you firsthand that in golf, aiming doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. I aim every time I hit the ball and it still goes right into the woods every time.
Right where I wasn't aiming.
I wasn't aiming there either. It's weird.
I'm about to start aiming at the woods.
Yeah.
But, well,
in August, I know TMD has a football camp that we did with Anthony Griggs last year. And so we're trying to figure out what day we're going to do the football camp again this year. But it's Hall of Fame weekend. And then, of course, we'll be at the Hall of Fame. And hopefully we'll be doing some press for TMD while we're up there. But I know that the guys from TMD are wanting to plan a huge party. So when I get more details, I will definitely let you guys know.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you stumble into me, I'm going to be wandering around with my wife probably that whole weekend. So just get ready. We're just raging. We're going to rage for a week.
Yeah.
Browns are in the Hall of Fame game. Joe Thomas is inducted.
It's a Browns
yeah.
week, basically.
It's pretty awesome. And we're 20 minutes from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's right in our backyard, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So, well, we don't want to.
I was lucky enough to go last year's game, which was, even with the rainstorm, it was still awesome.
Luckily, they painted the field correctly. That would have sucked if you had flown all the way up here and they used the wrong paint again and canceled the game. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time. You guys have any other questions? Do you have anything you'd like to get off your chest about the Browns?
Oh, I'm always ready for football. Like, I can't wait for, them to get past the draft and then get into, camps, and we'll be up there for Hall of Fame. And then next thing you know, boom, season's starting and it's here. And I'm excited to watch some football this season. Excited to see Deshaun play the whole season.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then we'll wrap it up with this. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Prediction for this, Deshaun's playing the whole year. Prediction for the Browns season. I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
If you can't think of a win-loss record off the top of your head, playoffs or no playoffs?
Playoffs, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I like it.
I'm gonna go crazy.
All right.
I'm gonna say it's a 17-game season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
14-3.
Woo!
I'm going nuts.
All right.
I'm going nuts.
I love it.
Going crazy.
I would
Because
too.
you know what? It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen sometime.
Man, I really hope so.
Yeah. I'm getting really old and it hasn't happened to me yet. I'm ready.
Man, I hope you're right.
Hey, I've been waiting 45 years. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna be 46 this year. So it's gonna happen. 46. It's gonna happen.
Good.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
46 sounds.
That's right.
There
Well,
it is.
46. It's a sign.
Yep.
I'm going to be 46. We started in 1946. It's
Well, and
It's
you're
a
calling
sign.
it now, so I
Yeah.
think you just spoken into existence.
You guys heard it here first. We're going 14-3 this year.
I put it out to the universe,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what. I wanted to become a sports broadcaster when I was a kid. I never thought it was going to happen. I'm actually going to be on the sidelines for the ASFL when we get that up and running. So
Nice.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Take it to the bank. 14-3 for the Browns this year.
I can't wait.
Playoffs. Here we come. We want to.
because that's football.
Yeah. We want to thank Kristy for being here with us today. It was awesome having you
Thank
on
you
the
guys
show.
for having me.
Yeah. Again, if you're looking for a fun, positive place to hang out with Browns fans from all across the country, even some Browns players, parents, it's a very cool Facebook group, Browns Fans Only, BFO on Facebook. Check it out. It seems like it's a super good time. I'm going to have to check it out myself now.
Correct.
All across the universe. We got members from New Zealand there.
Yeah.
We've got members in Dubai. We've got members in Alaska. We all over,
That's awesome.
everywhere.
So it's a global community of Browns
worldwide.
fans. You can't beat that. So make sure
Right.
you guys check them out. Again, Kristy, thank you so much for being here with us today. It was awesome talking to
Oh,
you.
thank you, guys.
And we'll have to have you back on, at the end of the season when we're 14-3.
That's
Yep,
right.
That's it. That's it.
I will.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
When we're celebrating at our Super Bowl parade,
Yes.
Love it. Yep. Absolutely.
Getting goosebumps here.
for sure.
All right. Well, we want to thank Kristy for being here again today. She was awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, go check out our Facebook page. Be nice. We're only sending the good guys. So go check out our Facebook page. Huge shout out to Kristy. And thank you guys for listening, supporting the show each and every week. We appreciate you guys being here, even through a slow off season. You're helping us get through it in one big therapy session. So thank you all for being here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dawgs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedawgspodcast.com.